Wonderful good day, ladies and gentlemen. Vancouver Resource Investment Conference, and I'm here at the booth of Fission Uranium. You remember the top uranium explorer out of the Athabasca Basin. And we have spoken some 2 months ago in London already with Dev Randhawa, who's the CEO of the company. And of course, there were some very good developments with the company, and we want to talk about uranium also. Dev?
Sure. Well, thank you very much for having us.
Thank you for taking the time. Uranium, first of all.
Yes.
I think top commodity last year.
Yes.
Was very good development.
Yeah,
so maybe comment a bit.
Well, you know, it's the only commodity that went up last year.
Yeah.
Everything else went down. So BMO bank analyst said that it was a commodity to hide in. So, and that says something about it when you've had down. And then even here in the last month, you know, every commodity has crashed. Nickel, oil, copper, but uranium didn't.
Yeah.
And because uranium's price isn't a function of an economy, it's a function of need and supply and demand of the market. And right now, the Chinese are, for example, just them, they have 30 reactors. They are going to be, they're building right now 24 more, 14 more starting this year. So they'll have 38 reactors being built over the next 12 months in the process while they've already got 30. So
wow.
It won't take long before they actually pass the United States, I believe, to be the #1 user. And they want a good supply. So our uranium price is a great place to hide right now compared to other commodities.
Great. Now you named it already with China. Of course, the supply-demand balance is getting, let's say, bad on the supply side. We get less and less. Yeah.
Yes.
So your project, I think, it is one of the top, even not maybe the best in the world.
Yeah.
But you got a big investor from China.
We
you
did,
got
yes.
$83 million, and I named you in, I think it was 2 weeks ago in Geneva, in one of my news shows. I said, Dev Randhawa, the finance genius.
Well, you know, I consider myself a good salesman because I have a good project.
Yeah.
You know, there's lots of guys that are looking for money from the Chinese, but the SOEs, they're the state-owned enterprises the government owns. And yeah, we are closing this week $82 million from CGN. They own about 19.9% of the company.
You did it at a premium, right?
At a big premium, 40% at the time of the 30-day trading average. And so we're very excited to get that. What that money will mean is we don't have to raise any money for the next 3 to 5 years, depending on how fast we're going to ramp things up. So, and I'm not sure when, you know, we think things are going to happen in terms of moving the commodity price up. But now we're set. We're in a strong financial position. We don't have to go get money, and so we're well. And we've got, you know, most of the projects still unexplored. So, what I think convinced them to jump in was really the PEA. The PEA said that using 85 cent US dollar, which is they said the cost could be around $14 to $16. Okay.
To produce a pound of
uranium, $14 per pound. Whereas right now, you've got Kazakhstan, you've got around 19, 20, and even Cigar Lake. So this could be even a lower cost producer. Why? We've always argued that you got to be close to the surface, and you can't be 400 meters down. You got your high grades got to start bang higher up, and that's what this project does. So the PEA simply said, okay, what difference does it make when uranium starts at 50 meters and not 400? So that's the key piece, and that means because you can dig it out without freezing it and everything else. Well, the moment you get past 200 or 300 meters, you got to freeze all the walls. Doesn't matter. So that's what the PEA did. I think that's what caused the Chinese groups to look at us. You know, I'll be going back to India. They want to meet again. So we're not done what we're doing. We believe there's lots of project left of this. You know, we only tested 3% of this project compared to.
And you have 108 million pounds already.
Exactly.
Hello?
So we still think there's a lot of room left. So,
Oh,
yes.
sensational. Question: who is CGN?
CGN is they build reactors. I call them the mothership. And they own a company, own a $2 billion company called CGN Mining. Yeah. And that's who gave us the money. But the money came from the top. They build reactors. I believe they will be the largest utility in the next. It'll be, and I bet you by 2025, in the next 10 years, it'll be the largest utility in the world. Wow. And they're the ones that only 2 groups from China are allowed to do deals for the country. It's CGN and CNNC, and they're one of the 2. Wow. And so we're very excited to have the biggest and the best. But it's a good marriage, biggest and best utility with the best property project. Yeah. And what we've done is cut out the middle guy. Usually you sell to a mining company, and the mining company that does it. we cut that right out.
Yeah, I think that's a big advantage for the shareholders.
Absolutely,
isn't it?
yes.
Yeah, and I mean, you guys are also large shareholders in the company.
Exactly, yes.
So you're working in the interest of all the shareholders.
We're very excited.
Great, super. Let's speculate a bit for the future, maybe,
Sure.
because I can imagine when you are dealing with such terrific companies from China and with
Yes.
that money amount in the bank.
Yeah.
I mean, you have $1.1 billion capex. So for them, it's not that much
Not at
to
all.
build it, right?
And that's the part of the offtake people don't understand. In an offtake, people say, well, you're selling uranium. Yeah, we're selling it at market prices.
Yeah.
It's like, so we got a built-in customer. That's going to make bank financing much easier.
Yeah.
Okay. You've got somebody who's going to, they'll say, well, this guy's already buying it at this price. We do a feasibility. We'll have a built-in buyer. And that's exciting for us. We're going to give them a discount. But when you have a broker who sells uranium, you got to pay them 3 to 4% anyway. So here you are. They get the uranium they need, and we get a built-in client. An offtake is a built-in client before you start doing anything.
Yeah. And as you said, at market prices, I mean, let's put uranium at 45 or 50.
We still make money.
Yeah,
I believe, obviously, that it's going to take us maybe 5 to 7.5 years to build this thing minimum. So I believe by that time, uranium is going to be closer to 60 and 70.
Yeah.
The average cost in the world to build a mine, CapEx, get your money back out, is $60 to $70. I've heard that from Rick Rule said it, and other groups. So we really do need a lot higher uranium prices than we are today.
Yeah.
And that's really, I think it will happen once we get utilities coming in the market back.
Yeah.
They have not really bought a lot of uranium over the last 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, sensational. So I would say all advantages on your side. You did a fantastic deal. Again, congratulations, really, because I think that's not normal in those times. You did
was
well.
tough. Yeah, thank
Keep
you.
it going. I look forward to report updates then from you guys.
Thank you so much.
And the drills are turning.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, there was Dev Randhawa, the CEO of Fission Uranium. Well, CGN Mining, you heard it. He closed the deal. They are in the mood now with the paperwork and do the rest. I think this week or probably latest day next week, everything is done. $83 million, 19.99% are now in the hands of the Chinese from the company, but it's a very valuable partner, as you heard, Dev. And think about 3% of the property is explored so far. They have already 108 million pounds. What can we expect more? That's amazing. That's fantastic. Check out the company. Bye-bye from Vancouver.